Hey there, so you clearly clicked on this video because you want to learn on how to PvP with Paladin. Do not worry, I will teach you. So first things first, if you haven't seen my guides before, then I strongly suggest that you check them out. They have some really important info on how you should be PvPing with Paladin and what you should be doing throughout the whole match. Anyways, I'm gonna leave the link to my guides down below in the description. Feel free to go through the guides if you want to, otherwise let's start. So as you can see, on my team there's a Shadow Hunter and a Soul Fist, and on the enemy team there are 2 Deadblades and 1 Berserker. That's a really annoying comp for me to deal with, but I think it's gonna be fine. So the Soul Fist knocked the Berserker up, which is my cue to engage. I'm trying to engage here, but I get caught and I roll away. I see that my teammate's being attacked right now, so I shield him. I give him a Gods and Laugh for the 70% damage reduction and a 5% shield. He's absolutely safe, and because I did this, he basically walked away with barely losing any HP instead of losing like half of his HP. So here my game plan is to try and knock some of them up. Because I have these 2 skills off cooldown, I'm gonna try my best to knock one of them up, and let's see what happens. Knock up attempt number 1, failed. It's fine, I'm gonna stand back up, I'm gonna try it again. Knock up attempt number 2 also failed. But that's completely fine because I have Heavenly Blessing ready to be used. And as you can see, I used it here to give myself a 40% damage reduction buff while also doing 10k damage to each of them and staggering them for a millisecond. Next, what I'm gonna do is use Execution of Justice right here to spin on them and try to catch them, and as you can see, I clearly caught them. And right after Execution of Justice, I'm gonna use Wrath of God to stun them. I somehow managed to CC all 3 of them because the Zerk somehow decided to run right into it. And then I use my Holy Sword to finish the Zerk off and do massive amounts of damage to it. So after landing my Holy Sword, I start to back away a little bit, and then I look down here and I see one of my teammates being caught, and instantly I use Gods and Law under him to prevent him from dying. And as you can see, the Gods and Law also caught all 3 of them in the staggers, and then I knocked the Berserker up, and I basically saved this guy's life while also catching all 3 of them right there. So if I had my shield, or if I had my Gods and Law, I would instantly shield the Shadow Hunter on my team, but I don't have anything. Even Charge was on cooldown until just now, and I'm gonna try to knock this Deadblade out, but unfortunately the Berserker just stuns me. So the next thing on my mind is that I have to help the Soul Fist out on my team. He's being comboed by 2 people, and my job right now is to try and save him. Unfortunately, I don't really have any skills off cooldown that are capable of saving him in a safe manner. And just now I got my Gods and Law off cooldown, and I instantly use it under him and try my best to keep him from taking any damage. And it clearly did do something because it kinda gave him a shield, it gave him some damage reduction, but it just wasn't enough. So here I use my Wrath of God and I somehow landed. It's really unprotected to do this, it's really risky, but it paid out in the end because I stunned them. And right after stunning him, I had my Holy Sword ready to do some massive damage onto them. I start spinning here because it's really safe to do that, especially because of the 7.5% max HP shield it gives me. It doesn't matter if you stun me because I still have a shield on me right here. And I did see my teammate being comboed here, and I tried to shield him. As you can see, the shield went on cooldown, but it was way too late. As you can see, the shield went off. Here I see the Deadblade start a combo on my teammate, and it's really easily cancelable as long as you know where the Deadblade started that skill from. So as you can see, I just went into sword form. The right play here would be to use Gods and Law or Heavenly Blessing onto my teammate right here. But since I was bloodthirsty, since I went into sword form, I went over here and used Heavenly Blessing offensively. And I tried to do some more damage because I just went into sword form. I felt like I needed to do damage, you know, because that's the one thing you want to do in sword form. You want to do as much damage as possible. Basically what I'm saying is you want to make sure that you don't waste your sword form like I did right here. Okay, so let's see what happens right now. I'm running around, I'm kinda seeing that they're gonna combo this guy, and I instantly throw my Gods and Law under him, granting him 70% damage reduction and a shield. And then I knock this blade up in a very instant. I didn't need to do that because the demonic was kinda going on him, he was gonna one-shot him. But you know what? In case the demonic didn't go on that blade, I still kinda helped him out, you know? So it's fine. And I knocked both of them up in that very instant. This was like, this was really their fault for standing together instead of like splitting up a little bit. The only thing I'm sad about here is that I had no skills to follow this catch up with, which is really upsetting, but it's fine because the demonic kinda finished them off. So that's kinda perfect anyways. Okay, so as you can see, I time it perfectly so that Dead Blade's Whirlwind doesn't catch me as I knock her up with charge and I combo her right after that. You need to learn that as a Paladin. You need to learn every class's skills so that you know when you can go in and when you can go out safely. So the blade kinda get caught in my Godson-La right here. I don't really have much to do because everything's pretty much on cooldown. Right now I got charge off cooldown. I tried to knock one of them up, but I kinda missed, and that's completely fine. You can't always hit them. I tried to spin here because I was afraid they were gonna go on me, but nobody went on me here. They're trying to go for my teammates down here, as you can clearly see. So I use my Guardian Angel, also known as Heavenly Blessing in an Amazon version, to give my team a 40% damage reduction buff, and this is why this guy takes so little damage. Now, I see that my Soul Fist is being comboed right now, and the only thing I can really do is press charge and hope for the best. And as you can see, I catch one of them with charge, and then I do Wrath of God to try to hard CC them, and I do manage to hard CC 2 people, but that doesn't matter because that blade kinda knocked us away. I would also like to point out that this is not offensive Godson-La. My teammate here got the Godson-La bonus, but he didn't stand inside of it. I thought they were gonna go on my teammate, so I instantly threw Godson-La under him. He kinda backed away, I guess he dashed away from it, and he kinda got the bonuses. So no, this was not offensive Godson-La. Never use Godson-La offensively. Always make sure it's used on your teammates or under yourself. So seeing as they're both inside of it, I'm just letting it tick to see if my teammate can somehow convert off of it, but they weren't able to do it because they didn't see it. Here the blade tries to like auto-attack me, but I instantly, as soon as I get up, I use Execution of Justice because it's a skill that has knock-up immunity and it's a skill that has stagger immunity. So no matter what the blade does, she's not gonna be able to do anything to me because she already used the stun before I actually got up. Okay, so here I'm gonna try to use my charge to knock the Zerk up. Unfortunately, he was still in super armor, so I kinda failed to knock him up right there. And here I see all three of them grouped up, completely ready to be attacked, ready for me to use some move. And here I go in, I use Wrath of God, I somehow managed to stun all three of them. They're hard CC'd, they're ready to be comboed, and I'm aiming my Holy Sword in the middle of them to make sure it hits all three of them. And as you can see, that's a massive hit. That was like 60k damage just from the Holy Sword, right there. Anyways, thanks for watching. There's no need for me to comment it anymore because I'm pretty sure you've got the gist of it. If you've got any questions, then make sure to look below in my description because I'm gonna post my 2 guides in there. Also, if you liked the video, then feel free to like and subscribe. The rest of the video will be played out, but without any commentary. Enjoy!